Hi. Just thought I would pop on. Everybody went to bed and I'm still full of energy for some reason. So I thought I would pop on and see if anybody else was up and wanted to do a Christmas toast with me. But I think everyone is busy. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat. And if anyone wants to come up, feel free. You do have to kind of show yourself. So, like down below, so I know you're real. Um, but yeah, and I'm not going to stay on long because I'm going to pop over to um, It's a Crime and Shame. They're going live with Christmas, and then Gray Hughes is on. So fix my bangs a little bit. Hey, Polygraph, Merry Christmas to you too. I hope everybody had a good year. I feel like it was better than last year. You know, what more can you ask for? Hey, Taffy, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you too. But yeah, so I don't really have anything planned. I just kind of did this at the spur of the moment, per usual. I'm either overly prepared or not prepared at all. So, what did you guys get for Christmas? Did you get anything good? I messaged Chaotic. I was hoping she would jump on with me, but I don't see her yet. Let's see, what did I get? I got some end tables and a carpet cleaner, which I only have rugs. Well, we have carpet in the bedrooms, but they don't, like get dirty really. Except for the kids, it's just whatever. It's hopeless. But our dog is a big weirdo and will only puke on rugs, and he seems to puke a lot. But he will get up to go find a rug to puke on it. It's very annoying. So that's what I got for Christmas, and I'm super excited. I can't wait to use it. Watch it. He won't puke anymore. Oh, good, Taffy. I did too. We had a like our Christmases are always, my mom is the best just in general, but she's really good at having tons of really good food and making everybody feel welcome and included, and just like it's such a family, a loving family atmosphere. And it's like, watching grown adults, we play games, and we were playing, I don't even know. I don't, I guess it's called heads or tails, but basically just with any coin, and you all stand around. Of course it's for money. So there was like, I don't know how many of us were there. I think 10. We're all standing around in a big circle in the living room and watching grown men. Like, so heads is, obviously heads. And then tails, you put your hands on your butt. And it was pretty fun. My brother won, so he got the $5. I was out first, of course. Not at my house. You did, yeah. I don't know. I don't like that. My house, I don't host a lot. I get very, I guess the word would be like triggered. And then what else did we do? We opened presents and ate, of course. And my mom makes this, it's like a Butterfinger cake. I don't know. I'm sure there's like a recipe online for it, but it's like got caramel, chocolate cake with caramel, and then she puts whipped cream on it, and then Butterfinger, like crushed up Butterfinger. Freaking fantastic, as long as you leave the whipped cream off of it. But so I had some of that. And yeah, we just kind of hung out and had a really good time. We sang carols, um, which is always awkward because none of us can really sing. Um, but it's it's pretty cute because like you just don't even know when there isn't like, okay, we're just sitting there and then my uncle just like bursts out into song and then the next thing you know we're all singing carols. And then we did a trivia, which and then you could like challenge someone. So my uncle challenged me, and I gave him my link. So I wonder if he went ahead and subscribed. I'm going to tell him I'm talking about him and see what he does. He's probably in bed. So what is it that's not at your house? Anyone feel free to use the link. You don't have to show your face. I just need to make sure that you're not like naked or something because that's weird. Oh, I have one of my presents up here. Let me grab it. Ah, this is what Incognito Society, she got me so many gifts. A mystery game and this, a candle. I mean, just like so much stuff. But of course, this is my favorite. It says sort of sweet, sort of Beth Dutton because I'm a huge fan of Beth Dutton. Huge from Yellowstone. But even my mom got me a Yellowstone t-shirt. I am not the host. Yeah. Yeah, me neither, Polygraph. I am not at all. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, she is quite the host. And I am the opposite. My brother is kind of. Hey, Crimezilla, join me. Um, my brother is quite the host. He is. I'm gonna try to do something really quick. Um, okay. I'm only going to stay on for a few more minutes, but if anyone wants to come up and do a Christmas toast with me, I would sure appreciate it. I know it was like no notice, and I'm sure everybody's like busy doing, family. We watched a movie when we got home from my dad too. It's his house too. Um, but we watched, what's it called? It's like, what is that movie called? Crime. Um, it's new out. It's about this. It's basically a remake of Silence of the Lambs, but yeah, 6.99. It was not worth. I can't even remember the name of it, and I just watched it. But he can't hear. Um, hold on, let me see if I can. There we go. Hey, there. Hey, Digger Dave, how are you? Merry Christmas, Southern Lady. Hello, Lake Michigan. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. Um, my it's so weird to call him. He doesn't like me to really like talk. He's not into this at all. He would be great on. He's witty and funny and super smart and has a way of like he can articulate the information that's actually in his head that he has memorized. My problem is always there's so much information that I have in my head, but the articulation of it is not always it's hard for me to make what I want like what I want to talk about, what I want to say and like articulate it into something that makes sense for other people to be able to understand. If that makes any sense at all. This I get like 5. Um oh, we have a guest. Hello.
Hello, Merry
Thanks
Christmas.
for joining. I just wanted to come on real quick. I know that there's like other people coming on, so I'm not going to stay on too long. But how was your Christmas?
It was good. It was good. We got snow this morning. We got snow tonight. It's cold here.
Oh, I bet you are bundled up.
I am bundled up. I
Oh,
love it. Colder
uh,
the better. Hell is
same,
frozen over.
same. I love cold weather.
Yeah, we did a bonfire tonight in the backyard.
Ooh, that's
Don't get
awesome.
to do that much here in Florida because it's too hot.
Yeah, right. No doubt. That's cool. Hi, Uncle. I'm not going to say your name because I don't want anyone to stalk you, but you know who you are.
Mm.
But yeah, he was at Christmas. He's like the only one. Well, my dad. We sing carols, and they're like the only two that can actually sing and carry a tune. I'm just kind of like, "Ah, la, la." I can't. But my mom loves it, and my aunt's very, very special to me, and she was there tonight, and she was a hoot. She was in a mood. So we got like all kinds of she was just dropping jokes like nobody's business. It was fun. Did you have family over?
I had my boys over this morning, so that was really cool.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yep. Yep, we had fun.
That's
So,
awesome.
yes, always good to see your boys. My oldest is always so busy, so I'm like, yay.
No. What did you get? Did you get any special gifts that you want to tell us about?
Um, I got my boys for Christmas this morning. Does that count? I got
You
a
got your what?
I got my boys this morning, got to spend time with
Yeah,
them.
I mean, that's really as you
That's
get older,
huge.
like presents, time. Like
Yeah.
my daughter watched the movie with me, even though, like it was pretty I wouldn't rent it. I'll have to go and look
Yes.
at the name, but she
Yeah.
watched it with us and just hanging out.
Yeah.
My
I
oldest
got a coffee mug, a Yoda, baby Yoda coffee mug.
Aw, that's
Says
cute.
nom nom.
Aw, yeah.
Fun
My
stuff.
oldest is gone all the time too. She's so busy. It seems like each year and I keep trying to like she said to me like earlier this week, she was like, "Mom, I am fully capable. Like I can manage life. Like I'm doing fine." Because I was like wanting her to let I never know what to call him, because I don't want to say his name on here. Mr. Roberts, I guess, Mr.
That's
Cold Truth.
perfect.
But we're not married because, like there's just no point. We've been together for like what, 15 years. Actually, he came to the Christmas party, so everybody got to meet the mystery man.
Oh, wow. Good for you. Got him
Yeah,
out of the house.
he came with. I know, got him out of the house. He's harder to get out of the house than me. And he came
Nice.
tonight, so that was cool. But yeah, him and my dad, they always get into talks about, they share a lot of things in common, and so they talk and talk and talk, and I was finally like, all right, you're the one that wanted to leave. I'm gonna sit down, and we were there for another hour, like just
Oh, my goodness.
talking. But yeah.
Okay, who's the talker now, Mr. Roberts?
Oh, it's definitely Mr. Cold Truth for sure. Like
Yes.
um yeah, he can talk circles around anybody, but he's interesting. I would love to have him on here. Um and
That would be cool.
do like it. Oh, I might one of my daughter's friends, they're seniors in high school, and he's been her best friend for she's got like 4 best friends, and it's been, the 2 boys, and then she's got 2 best girlfriends, and he came over one of them came over, and I mean, he's very, very smart, and he's very interesting, and he's such a great storyteller, and I'm sitting there just captivated by him, and he's talking about he had taken a trip to Louisiana, so he was telling me about like the hauntings of somewhere that he went, and then getting into true crime, and he knew all about the Idaho. He actually sent me a link for a TikTok where someone had basically just taken, like, stolen Gray Hughes, like how he did that 3D thing, but
Oh.
I can't find it. Um, oh, just my mama. But sorry, I got a text message. Just want to make sure it wasn't anything important like I needed to do right now. But yeah, Digger Dave, good news, it's over. Santa arrived at 5:29 a.m. Christmas Eve, left a brand new great granddaughter. Oh,
Oh,
chemo.
yay.
That is such good news. A great granddaughter. Wow. Do you think about that crime? Like, if one of your boys were, let's settle down, are they like anywhere near settling down? Like
I
being a
can't wait.
really? Oh, I
I
can wait.
can't wait.
I
I want
can. Well, your boys are older than my girls, though.
they
So
are, I mean, 25 and 23. Yeah.
yeah,
Wait, 24. Don't tell them I messed that up.
I won't. Yeah,
Mine
mine are what,
mine are
20?
18 months apart,
Oh,
so
wow. Like,
they're
man,
the
you
same
really
age
that's
or a
crazy.
year apart for a couple of months.
Wow, that's so how did you manage that when they were little? That just
It
sounds
was, well, my oldest was 9 months old when I had my second one.
oh, wow. Like, that is just I mean, they're like a 9-month-old isn't even crawling yet.
Oh, mine was walking by nine
Are you
months.
serious?
I
Wow.
am
Crazy.
serious.
Well,
He,
I guess it was a good thing.
yeah, thank goodness, but we've had our moments with him because I would I did the dishes one day and it was around the corner and I had my
Mhm.
youngest laying on the couch
Oh, wow.
and then my oldest, the baby, I guess, started crying and I didn't hear him. And
Mhm.
so my oldest grabbed his leg, pulled him off the couch, and brought him into the kitchen by his leg. I
That's
almost had a heart attack.
terrifying. Yeah,
And he's
that
like,
is so scary.
I'm baby eyeing. I'm like, oh my God, what did you do to your
Oh,
brother? He used to
yeah.
hide him in he really we were really lucky because they've always been very close, and he used
Oh,
to
that's
hide
good.
the older brother used to hide the younger one in the laundry baskets.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
I'm like, where'd you put your brother now?
Oh, man. Hey, reaching to my soul. Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah, that's
So yeah, but having them that close together, I didn't think I would like it. But
yeah,
I mean, the first year I barely remember.
right.
After that, it was way better.
Yeah. Mine are almost 3 years apart, and I felt like that was like it worked for me. I'm glad it was that way because I ended up being in the hospital with my youngest on and
Hmm.
off for pretty much after about the 3-month mark. So, pretty much
Yeah,
all of I was sick for 3 months straight, and then was in and out of the hospital the rest of the time. Like if it could go wrong, it went wrong. And then she was born early. So my youngest, like she was she was not quite 3. And I mean, my mom and dad basically had to take her because somebody had to work.
yeah,
Um, and I was the primary, pretty much. Yeah, I was the primary breadwinner. And so, like, we were not planning on me not working for that long. So
yeah. Well, my
it was
guy
super
was had
stressful.
a I had a tough time during labor with my second, and he was in NICU for 2 weeks, and then hospital visits or doctor visits every other day. He was on oxygen at home and 3 monitors, and because he
Oh,
would
wow.
stop breathing, and then he got epilepsy. So, yeah,
Oh,
I know that first year was we
yeah.
could have just they put his name on the door at the doctor's office because I think we paid for that room.
That's I mean, it's sad, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I mean
It
it's really good that my oldest was so sweet with him, and because it definitely was a lot of yeah work.
Oh, see, like Digger Dave says, both of his girls were walking at 9 months,
Yeah.
which was
Well,
hell.
I took my oldest to the pediatrician at 7 months, and I told him, I'm like, he's taking steps already. He goes, he is not. I
Did
go,
he
go
crawl?
over there. And honest to goodness, he walked right to him. Couldn't he's like, I've never seen one walk this young. I said,
Oh,
yeah, he was
wow.
born walking, but he was also like the one that kicked all the time. I mean, I barely slept. I had bruised ribs from him.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he ended up going to college on a soccer scholarship. So
That's awesome.
no surprise there.
Oh, that's funny. Lori, hello from Wisconsin. Oh, yeah, very cold. Cold, cold. Yeah, I want you to come here so bad, Crime. Um,
I'm working on it. I
I
gotta
know
get
it needs to just like for sure happen.
in in the spring.
Last year, wasn't it last year you were gonna come and then something happened and I had my hopes up, so I'm like trying to keep it in check.
Yes, nope, I'm coming this spring. So
None
we're
of your kids crawled. There's like Mr. Cold Truth, like he never crawled. And it can cause like neurological issues and certain like conditions, I guess we'll just leave it at that. So when he was taken like from school, severe ADHD, and this was in the 80s, when it wasn't like a big thing, when everybody knew what it was.
no right.
And very high IQ, but just super ADHD and a few other things, and like they wanted him to do crawl therapy.
Nope.
because he never crawled. And there's something
Yeah.
neurologically connected with the brain and like the brainstem, I guess. I don't know. Uh,
Yes.
that like crawling, you only get like when you're crawling or something like that, like with the
Yeah.
most holding your head up, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
It was kind of he was like in high school. So he was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to go crawling around at a therapist office.
Right.
Oh, so, but I
Oh.
didn't want to stay on long. I just thought I would
Okay.
see if anybody wanted to do a Christmas toast and just say Merry Christmas, everybody. And
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
sorry about my live the other day. Like I don't know. I knew I knew as soon as I sat down in this chair, like this is just not like I've just been having some issues with I guess my mood. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just off.
it's the time of the year. It just is. There's so much pressure around this time.
Yeah, it's not really in my like day-to-day life. It's just like with YouTube. I don't know. I just feel kind of dejected, I guess might be the right word.
Yes, and
Crime Web. Merry Christmas to you too.
yes, Steve,
Right.
Mr. Steve,
Thankful for all I
Mrs.
have and grateful to know all who care. Absolutely. Thank you for stopping by. We're just having a Christmas toast. So I'm almost done with mine. And I was hoping Chaotic was going to jump on. I don't know if you guys can see him, but my ice is little skulls.
Oh,
Can you see that skull? Can you see it? I don't know if
a
you can see
little bit.
it. They're hard to see, but yeah, they're
I'm kind
skulls.
of recouping, if you know what I mean. So I have a bottled water I'm drinking with you.
Oh, yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Steve are super awesome. Well,
They
such good.
are amazing people. I watch them a lot. I don't
I
chat
do
a lot
too.
in there.
I love I know it's usually people catch, these lives are like, they're unedited.
They
They
show we're human.
Yeah, for sure. But just like
You
some
know.
of the lives you get, like, oh, you're greeting people, you're doing this, you're doing that, but a lot of people love the live chats because they want to chat along. But then
Yes.
afterwards, you're just kind of like, do people actually listen to this whole thing? But with True Crime Web, I do. I put Gray Hughes, him, and then obviously my friends. I listen to theirs when I'm just like doing housework or driving somewhere or whatever. But True Crime Web, I always, just kind of listen and not really chat along a lot. Um,
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah.
no, but yeah, I know that other people are on, so I didn't want to take anything away from theirs. But
Yeah. I was on with
sure.
Chaotic last night.
Oh yeah, I
It
haven't.
was
I saw that it was on. Our good friend Chris reached out to me and told me that she was on. And
okay.
so I was like, well, I am literally on my way to bed right now. So
Yes.
I had to go to bed, or today would have been terrible if I didn't get any sleep last night. Like, I just can't. I don't know. The older I get, the more sleep I need, I guess, but I still struggle to get 4 or 5 hours. It's awful. And then I'm just up and down, up and down, up and down, awake and asleep, awake, asleep, awake, asleep. I feel like I do that all night long.
That's why our group is so cool because we're all insomniacs at night. I would stay up even later, except I work and
Yeah,
and
I
I
know.
have to be prepared for my job.
You do. You need your rest for the job you do. Whew.
Yeah, I have to be on my toes. Actually, the my client's parent on Friday said, "Okay, you're not here. Wake up."
Aw. Oh my gosh. Snap, snap, snap. Hello. I
Snap!
can
I'm like,
snap.
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm
I'm
not I'm not
trying.
good at snapping. I
They're
hate it
great.
when people do that though. If
Yeah, they're
someone
great
snaps
people.
at me, I would literally want to pinch their fingers. Like, don't ever do that again. I will
Yeah.
literally heel kick you if you snap. Can you even imagine if someone was like, hello, hello, hello?
Yep.
Ugh.
No.
Things like that drive me nuts. Like
Yeah. Or
I
when they
fire clients. Like I don't mess about. Like
yeah,
if
when they point at you and talk, I'm like, stop. That's just so rude.
you no,
But yeah, I mean, Christmas time can bring all different emotions.
it can
Um,
for
my
sure.
yesterday was 5 years. My dad passed away on Christmas Eve, and I actually, for the
I'm
first
sorry.
time, did um, not bad, not bad for the
Oh
first
good.
time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't
part
think
of
I knew
life.
that.
We're here.
I
Are
know,
you
right?
kidding? He's probably partying.
Right. Yeah. I definitely like, my belief, obviously, like I believe in the God of the Bible, but not religion. Like not I don't believe in church. I don't believe
Right.
in organized religion would be the word for it.
That is the
I don't
best
have
way to say it.
any part in that, but I do believe in that there is a God, like
Yeah.
is it strictly just the God of the Bible? I don't know, but I do believe in like an afterlife, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I
I
think
just, for me, it's
churches,
just like, I can't imagine, even if it's like, I don't know. I'm usually really pretty logical, but for me, with like, even with aliens, if you ever think about that, like, um, I think it's really arrogant to think that we're the only life um, source in all of the all of space, like in time. I just don't. I think that there could be multiple millions. And who knows? Like we don't know what's beyond. And so to
right.
think and I think the same thing with like um afterlife, like I'm not arrogant enough to think that I know the answer. But with faith is basically, like believing in something that you can't see. And so, yeah, higher power. Um, I think that for me, there's hope in that, that like we die, we're not just like, that's it. I don't know.
Right.
Since it's Christmas and, Christmas is about Santa, I figured we would talk about Santa.
Well, if we go back to the early days, Saint Nick is the one, you know.
Right.
So
Nicholas.
that's where it all started with Santa.
Yeah. Yep.
And I did you happen to see the video I put in our messenger
I
with
did. I
with
saw a
the
little bit
elf
of doggies.
with the elf on the shelf that got
Yeah.
destroyed? I
Oh
watched
my god,
like the last month of those
so
two
funny.
dogs getting tortured by this elf for a week. And I thought this family does an amazing job, and these two dogs are hilarious. So
Oh.
I just, you try to watch things to keep you
Yeah, absolutely.
happy things. But
Absolutely.
I was never a fan of Elf on the Shelf. Don't kill me.
I
I, j-
I never did it. I'm
I
terrified of elves. Like I'm not I wouldn't say terrified. Like I have many other things that I'm afraid of way more than elves, but yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with a little tiny elf anywhere in my house that moves around. I don't care if I know I'm the one moving it, like it would still freak me out. Mm-mm, no. I don't have any, like there's stuffed animals. We do have a new unicorn stuffed animal that is big as I am, that has taken up space on the couch for about 4 weeks now, since before, a little bit before Thanksgiving.
oh,
My oldest daughter's boyfriend dropped it off on the porch when she had COVID, for the third time.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so she doesn't have room for it in her room. So the unicorn, we need to name it, has been
Ooh,
sitting on the couch. And I'm just like, you know what? Let's get more stuffed animals. Let's just be that family that instead of, pretty throw pillows,
right.
we have unicorns and that's our throw pillow. So it's like whatever. But my
That's
end tables look nice. They finally are like sleek and they match. Chaotic would probably really like them.
oh yes.
My girls picked them out, so they're not too farmy chic.
Oh. Did you
She
get
like
your
'em.
card?
I didn't.
You will. It's
Did you
coming.
send me a card? Aw,
There's
thanks.
a little gift in there for you
No
for our
way.
I did it for our group.
Aw, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I should go check. We haven't I don't know if anyone I haven't seen anyone dropping. We usually all drop the mail on the table, like whoever gets it.
Yeah.
But I should probably go and check my mailbox because it's been so forking cold. And then there's like snow ice piled up around the mailbox. And
Oh
then
yeah.
we came home today and like our front yard is kind of on a hill and uh it's been covered with snow like and then all there's this so we come home and it looks like someone literally had a fight in our snow, like in our yard.
Oh,
It's the weirdest thing. I'm like, what in the heck happened? There's just like it's just like chaos in the snow. You know how you could see all the prints and like where
right.
everything is.
Did you
But
put your crime scene tape out?
I know I should have. I was like, where
Taking the
what in the hell
footprints.
happened? And then we're like we were investigating the prints and it looks like maybe a dog like met up with because there's prints coming like both ways on the sidewalk.
Oh.
And so I'm like thinking like one looked like little tiny kid shoes size,
Oh.
and then like a pretty hefty sized dog prints. And then from the other side, it's like bigger prints. And then I think like I don't know if the dogs got into a fight or if they were like playing, but the snow was like piled up and all the way down to the grass. And then the grass is like a big muddy like it was crazy. I don't know what happened. I'll probably go out there tomorrow and investigate a little bit more, see what I can figure out. But
Right.
yeah,
How's your electricity?
oh, it's on.
Has
Thank
has
goodness.
stayed on good.
Oh, True Crime Web says spiders are predators in my phobia. Mrs. Steves said, "Let's go with True Crime Web." Yep, that's the love of my life. Aw,
Oh,
they're so cute.
they really are. I love
I
listening
love
to
them.
them.
I want to be like that, you know. Like I think it's just adorable. Like
Me too.
my parents are great role models of like lasting love and like marriage. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always just had problems around getting married again. Of like, it really has to do with like I've literally turned it into some kind of a weird OCD phobia, to be honest.
Right.
Like I don't know. It's like I don't know how to relate it to not sound as crazy as I am. Um, like almost like karmic, like that, like it would be if we because like when I was married, it was not obviously I got divorced, so you know,
Oh
and it
wow.
was just like um, I feel like if we get married, something bad will happen to him. Like
Yeah.
he will die. And I know it's crazy, and I'm not making any sense, but like that's why I don't want to get married. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, we've been together for 15 years, but
Wow.
heck no. Like, I
That
feel like as soon as we got married, he would die because of like
right.
karma or something. I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I probably drank this drink a little bit too fast, you guys. So
That's the
yeah,
number one question I get after being married 25 years.
I
would I
know.
ever do it again. And
Yeah, would you?
if I met somebody that fit the
Yeah.
profile, of course.
Of the profile. There wasn't like a serial killer profile.
That is not a serial killer.
Right.
I,
I do
you know,
have I'm gonna do a live here coming up soon. It's been a difficult one to research, but I've been researching, you'll like it. Um, I've been looking into the spouses and loved ones, like children, basically anyone that was in the home, in the same home with a serial killer or a serial predator of any kind. Like
ooh,
I found one that was a rapist. Some are serial killers, some are, like they just murdered, basically they were stopped by law enforcement before they became serial killers. So I
oh,
found like a ton of um like because to me these killers like they have a psychological profile to where they can compartmentalize. I was just talking to my uncle about it tonight. We were talking about Delphi, and he was asking me if Richard Allen was the guy. And I'm like, like I know way less than law enforcement. So yeah, like I, read the probable cause, and I think the case is going to be like Doug Carter always says, the totality of evidence. But he'd asked me, he was like, "Do you think his wife knew?" And I was like, "I don't really think so. I really don't." And that's why I've been doing this study. Like it's kind of like a research project, I guess, just to kind of um and I'll probably do a live on it when I finish. But I don't know. Sometimes I just do them and then I just save them as Google Docs and never do anything with them, which is weird. But it's been interesting to review like old interviews and statements by these different women and children that were
yeah,
related to or married to these psychopaths,
right.
um, and how they had no clue, never thought they were capable. But then as they look, and so then they're just like completely blindsided by the fact that they were married to their dad was a killer,
Right.
and they have this whole sadistic life that they compartmentalize, like literally, like
Yeah,
I
it's like
tell
a
them snap
switch.
and like, yeah, like a brain, and then you literally can see your brain, and then take this sadistic killer instinct, like visceral part of yourself and just put it in a box in your brain and lock it away. And then you can mimic um, hu- natural human behavior, but it is just a mimic of it. And they could do it so well that spouses and their own children can't see through it, which I find absolutely fascinating. I think because we had a foster kid when I was younger, and she was a psychopath. Like, she was a psychopath. She tortured me. And I was just a little girl, but she would mimic. And like, so I have these memories of watching her. So my mom and I would like interact, and then like I have these memories that, of course they're like fading. They faded over
Hmm.
time of watching Wendy like try to act out. It's so weird. It's hard to explain. Like I would catch her um mimicking to like practice, almost like practicing how she was going to approach my mom. But like behind my mom's back, she was just terrible. Oof. Um
Wow.
and so I think a lot of that has like prompted me to really try to understand um, psychopathy.
Right.
Um, yeah, because that of just Wendy for one, like obviously her, and then with my aunt being murdered, and then my friend being murdered, of just like understanding how these people can. um, go through life and totally surprise the people that they love. Like the guy
Yes.
that killed my aunt, I mean, his family were totally blindsided by the fact that he was a killer and then he killed himself, took his nephew out into the woods and basically told him like, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to tell you what I did to this woman that I have been stalking, which was my aunt. And I want you to tell them that I did it. And if you try to stop me, I'm going to kill you too.
Oh,
So obviously, the kid takes off running, and he he shoots himself, but he doesn't die immediately, which is awesome. And I didn't learn all this until I was an adult and like reading old papers and like reports and stuff.
right.
But um, but yeah, just like the difference in, I don't think he was a psychopath. I really don't. I think that he was deranged, but psychopathy, I don't think it really fit. But like the person that murdered my friend definitely was a psychopath, no
Yeah.
doubt. Not very good at hiding it either. Kind of like an Anthony Greeno, honest.
Yes.
Which I guess that was a Christmas gift. He didn't get out for Christmas. Thank you, Judge Hawkins.
Yeah, I
Right?
saw that.
Toast to you. Thank you so much for not letting him out. Hey, Chris.
Hello, Chris. Merry Christmas.
There's supposed to be new evidence saying there is 2 people now involved in the Delphi case from Dustin Andrew. I mean, my thing is like it's fine to be like I don't know. I think it's just one person, but obviously if the evidence comes out that it's not, then
Yep, we go where the evidence is.
yeah. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I didn't want to go too long so that everybody
Okay,
can jump
Mel.
on.
Well, I'll jump off. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming up and Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
I'm so glad we're friends. She's so sweet. All right, guys. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful night. And yeah, just I'll be on. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break um, and just kind of like refocus. I haven't been getting on to chats and things like that, and really looking into any kind of like Delphi or cases. Really, just doing what I do behind the scenes, basically. And I think it's good to kind of step away sometimes. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and I'm probably going to do that for at least another week and a half or two just with everything, around the holidays. But I'll be back and we'll have some updates about Greeno and then we'll talk about the updates with Delphi and just kind of see. I want to do an episode of like looking back on all of the cases that I've covered um, this past year to see if there's any movement in those cases. And I do have something sad to report. Not too long ago, this year, I did the Charles and his mother. Charles Horvath was the case, or yeah. Carolee was his. He has a very long name, Carolee, but Charles is what they called him, and he's still missing in Canada. And his mom came on, and we did a live together, which was probably one of my um, favorite like shows that I've done. If you want to call them shows, um, a mother's steadfast love. Um, just a beautiful soul his mother, and I think your children are a reflection of you, the best parts of you, the worst parts of you. We pass that on. And if Charles was anything like his mother, he was a spectacular human being. And so I wanted to send her. I've been sending from the profit that I make from YouTube. Obviously, I use that to pay for like newspapers.com, different things like that, StreamYard. Um, I have some other art news, like I think I've done like Kokomo Tribune, or no, it's like, uh, what is the name of it? I love it. I've done Washington Post, just whatever, different scripts like that. And then we've been sending money to different families. And so this um, month, I'm going to be sending, I just got my AdSense into my bank account. So um, I'm going to send her. I don't know how to do it though. I don't know. I hope we can figure out how to do it through Facebook, but she is in the UK. So I don't really know how to send money to someone in the UK, because with Jerry, Karina McClurkin's grandma, and Donna, I just mailed them cash. I know that's probably not a great way to do it, but that's just how I chose to do it. So I think I'm going to do that for her, but I don't know how to do it, and I want to send her more. I don't want to send her the amount that I had in November. So I was hoping that like I would add November and December together and send her a little bit more, but her husband just died. And so she's just really going through a rough time, and things are not great financially, emotionally. And I really want to help her. I want to do something special for her. She's just watch that episode and you'll fall in love with her too. So that's what I'm kind of looking to do in the month of January. But, anyways, I'm going to go. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you all in a couple weeks. Y'all have a good one.